In the common imagination, Australia is a land of great cities, amazing landscapes, and wild animals. Surprisingly enough, it is pretty accurate. Australia has everything from the shining Sydney to ancient Aboriginal legends, from wild deserts to fancy vineyards. Welcome back to Town Travel Tips. In today's video, we are going to discover the best locations to visit in Australia. Like the video, subscribe to our channel, and let's prepare for a great adventure down under. The Great Barrier Reef. The Great Barrier Reef, one of Australia's most magnificent natural features, is breathtaking. This UNESCO World Heritage Site, visible from space and more extensive than the Great Wall of China, is one of the natural world's 7 wonders. There are 2 ways to explore it safely. The first one, for snorkeling lovers, is to dive in organized groups and check every inch of coral you can find. If you feel less adventurous, you can book a helicopter tour and fly close to the water's surface to admire the colors. And if you are lucky, the whales, turtles, and sharks inhabiting these waters. Sydney. Sydney is famous for 2 of the most iconic landmarks worldwide, the Sydney Opera and the Harbour Bridge. Still, it is also a great city to visit and explore. Fancy restaurants, great vibes, happy people, and good weather are just a few of the reasons for planning a stay here. Do not miss a chance to visit the city both from the sea, hopping on a boat tour, and from its height, climbing the Harbour Bridge, which will give you a fantastic view over one of the most famous skylines. The Great Ocean Road. The Great Ocean Road is one of Australia's most popular tourist sites, stretching along the southwest coast. This twisty road takes roughly 4 hours to drive without stopping, but you can consider at least 2 days to live it properly. In fact, there are plenty of reasons for taking a break from driving, including unique spots for swimming and surfing, great restaurants with a view, the Beauchamp waterfalls, and many beautiful beaches. Uluru. The most famous and striking site in the desert red center of Australia is Uluru, a massive sandstone monolith incredibly stunning when illuminated by the magical sunrise and sunset colors. Uluru has been a holy site to the indigenous Anangu people for tens of thousands of years, and a fundamental feature of Jakarpa ideology and legends. There is a good chance you will be blown away by its size and colors. Still, it is even more impressive if, before you visit, you learn a bit about the local tribes and their religious beliefs at the Cultural Center and Jakarpa Tunnel. Tasmania. It's simple to see why Australia's southernmost state is so appealing. For starters, 40% of Tasmania is protected as a national park and World Heritage Wilderness. However, Tasmania isn't just for nature lovers. There's extraordinary food, gin and whiskey distilleries, wildlife sanctuaries, cool climate wineries, fabulous festivals, and yes, also the endangered Tasmanian devils. Freycinet National Park on Tasmania's east coast is a location of untamed beauty. The backdrop is framed by towering pink-hued mountains, known as the Hazards, and at their feet lie the quiet and impressive blue waters of Wineglass Bay. Melbourne. If you have heard any stories about Melbourne before your trip, they probably are about the bad weather, the happy people, and the extreme consumption of coffee. They are all correct. Still, there is much more to discover in one of the most interesting Australian cities. Sports fans flock to the streets for the Australian Tennis Open in January and the Formula One Grand Prix in March. Both of these events are held in the summer, given we are in the opposite hemisphere. Art galleries, pubs, and tiny alleyways resembling a European city complete the magic of a place where you can feel a higher quality of life and a sense of happiness. Kakadu. Kakadu National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is undoubtedly one of Australia's most spectacular national parks. The park's outskirts are roughly a 2-hour drive from Darwin, located on the traditional territories of the Bining people. Kakadu is Australia's largest national park, so decide your itinerary and drive slowly to admire all of the best spots. Do not miss the 200-meter Jim Jim Falls Cascade and swim at Gunlom, the crystal-clear infinity rock pool made famous in Crocodile Dundee. For your remaining time here, just appreciate how nature is preserved and uncontaminated, spotting here and there 1,000-year-old ruins from the local Aboriginal people. Yarra Valley. Great wines are not simply exclusive to Tuscany or France anymore. Lately, several countries are catching up with the techniques and craftsmanship in the vineyards, and Australia is certainly one of them. The Yarra Valley, located less than an hour from Melbourne, is one of Australia's most beautiful sites to enjoy award-winning Pinot Noir and Chardonnay straight from the cellar doors. Touring the Green Hills and indulging in wine tastings and excellent restaurants are the key ingredients for a relaxing trip to the Yarra Valley, giving yourself the chance to discover a face of Australia you would not expect. Have you been to Australia? Let us know in the comment section down below which other unique places you have visited. If you are planning a trip, go ahead and ask your questions to the community. We are here to help every fellow traveler. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and see you in the next video. Ciao!